welcome back to the channel. You're watching An Idiot Outdoors, featuring the outside in, as always. I am back out this afternoon with a bit of daylight to spare for another woodland camp. Motorhome, glamping pod, log cabin. We're not about that here. We do it proper. However, this week, bear with me, I'm not alone. Who do we have? Gary! 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 We've got a bit of a joke going on at the moment where I'm just constantly calling Gary. He knows why. I'm not going to disclose why. You're just going to have to go along with the old Gary. But yeah, that's Ryan. He's come out tonight, or this evening, this afternoon, or whichever you want to call it, for a camp down the Bricky. Now, what we intend to do very soon is we're going to, with all the bricks that are lying around, we are going to sort of construct a sort of induction type chimney, a bit like a rocket stove. I don't think it completely qualifies the rocket stove, as it's more like a chimney, but obviously the way it works, it inducts that. Yeah, you'll see. And there's a good reason for that, because we're going to need the fire on for quite a while. This evening we are going to be cooking a lovely beef stew with dumplings. What do you reckon to that then? Oh, yeah. Beef stew and dumplings. Get in, lad. Oh, yeah. Get in. So let's get set up. I'll bring you back soon. It's actually really nice to set up in daylight. At the moment I'm just scouting out some bricks. I'm building the induction type stove. Ryan's got the fire pit. Let's go and have a look. Come on. Oh, by the way, tent set up. As you can see, sourcing some decent bricks. They're all just scattered amongst the place. Now, if you've seen the video that I did before where I was down the Bricky, as it's known to the regulars, this is where I camped. Just gonna sort that out actually. Oh. That's it. Let's have a look. So here's where I've started to build the stove. Ryan's not messing around tonight. He's getting the wood sorted for the fire pit. Grafting there, aren't you?
Oh yes. Once that fire goes,
well, it was going to be a bit of a gimmick, but I can't be bothered. We did bring a bag of firewood which I chopped up in the garden because we didn't know how good the wood would be. But as long as we've got something nice and hot to, you know. Yeah, so that's where we're going to cook the stew, and that's where we're going to keep warm, hence the seating arrangement. So I have sort of set my seat here so I can keep an eye on the food. But yeah, this camp I've been looking forward to all week, and Ryan knows that I've been on about doing the brick stove all week. Ain't that right, pal?
Oh, it is.
Been giving him all that at work, you know, down his old ear hole while he's trying to do important stuff, and there's me giving the old jibber jabber about the camp, as normal. But yeah, it's good to have him out. Shame Chris couldn't make it. Hello. Ryan's got his fire pit on the go. And I like his technique of having all the wood around the outside of the fire pit to dry it out. Clever. But the heat from that's really nice. You're spoiling me, pal. You're spoiling me.
Best tanner I've ever spent.
And over here we have the makeshift cooker. Needs a little bit of, just noticed something. Oh dear. Oh dear. So we have the makeshift brick stove. So wood inside here. Obviously the air goes underneath. And I've put these bricks on top for the pot to sit on. And that is what's going to cook our stew, albeit once I've sorted it out, because there's a few gaps that I don't like. But yeah, that's the general idea. And if we want to eat any time in the next couple of hours, I better get my backside into gear and start prepping the food. I ain't got my light on for once. Yay. What an awesome little camp. A few more things to do obviously, but for now I'm going to chill, get the food going and keep nice and warm by the fire pit. You know it. I've got to be honest, that fire pit is a good bit of kit.
It's awesome. I'd say I wasn't expecting much. When I ordered it from Timu, I was like, yeah, you know, if it works, it works. It's a tenner. And I'd say it's earned its weight in gold. It's worth its weight in gold.
Start filming now. Take one. Clackerboard or chopping board. Ayya! Chop. But yeah, so to start the stew off, we're gonna slice some garlic, some brown onions in the pan, the well-worn pan, or should I say the missus pan. So I'm dreading going home with the bottom burnt, so I have got some foil to try and protect it. However, I did read that if you use soap, put soap round it, the black wipes straight off.
Okay.
Do you have any soap on you?
No.
No. I got a bar of soap on me? No. Sanitizer and a hand, not hand, oh, what do you call it? Baby wipes. Baby wipes. Wet wipes. But I'm a wet wipe at the minute. So, yeah, so we'll get the onions, the garlic into said pan. I might light that at some point, you know. But there's no point lighting it yet until we've done all the slicing, the dicing and the whatever else. And for this stew, old school shinner beef. Now it's not your best cut, but when it's actually done correctly in a stew, like my nan used to, it's really, really good. We've got some fresh thyme. You got the time there, Ryan?
Got all the time in the world, mate.
What time is it? Oh, that's just so rubbish.
I was trying to think of a good time joke, but it just didn't.
We got the old rosemary.
Good program.
We've got some carrots. You alright with carrots?
Yeah.
And we've got some small potatoes. I did wash them before I came out because I'm going to leave the skin on them because they're sort of new potatoes, like the young potatoes,
Yeah.
and I think they're more flavoursome with the skin on.
Even with the big potatoes, I always leave the skin on.
As long as you wash them really well first, because they can be a bit gritty.
Yeah. But all the nutrients are in the skin.
Yeah, man. I'm starting to feel like I'm some non-hairy biker. Should it be clean-shaven driver? Was it Dave from the Hairy Bikers, the one who died?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sad because they was a good duo, weren't they? The
yeah.
Hairy Bikers, a real good duo. So, rest in peace, Dave. We got the tea bags, essential.
Yeah, I've got 3 bags.
Hey, do you want any of those?
No, I'm good with that.
You don't like salt and vinegar?
I got red Leicester mini cheddars.
Oh, we've got the pre-made dumplings that I've managed to squash a little bit, so I'll have to reform them. But luckily, I brought some cocaine, yeah? No, that is corn flour. And we also have some normal flour, self-raising, to go with what I've already used to make the dumplings, pre-prepared at home. We have a couple of OXO cubes to make the stock. And I don't know whether you want me to put it in the stew as I make it, or do you want to add it at the end, or you don't have to have any at all. It is brown sauce, HP brown sauce.
Yeah.
I think it makes for a real good, delicious. Some people use brown sauce, some people use Worcestershire Gloucester sauce, yeah? Yeah. And yeah, that's about it, I think. As I said to Ryan earlier, I should have got some split peas and lentils. It's a natural way to thicken up a stew. But I've got the corn flour, so we'll have to make do with that. And the dumplings. Gary! He's just not having it. There's a certain YouTuber he's fell out with, and I'm not going to mention him, but he's got some serious beef with him at the moment, and he just will not crack. He will not crack. I'll tell you what, that's honorary. So we've got the fire pit, and we've got the induction stove, albeit with firelighters. No fire starting skills, useless. However, Look at that for a fire. But hopefully get this up and running proper good, and we can brown the meat off, and we can then start adding it to the onions, garlic, rosemary, thyme. So this camp has got a completely different feel to what I normally do. I don't normally have a fire pit, and I don't normally have an induction stove. I normally cook on alcohol. So that's the very reason I didn't want to do a stealth camp this weekend, because I wanted to actually enjoy having some nice heat and do some cooking on an actual brick stove. So yeah, soon we'll be browning the meat off. Cheers, guys. I'd certainly love one of these little stoves in my garden, to be fair, just in case we had a power outage or anything like that, you know, being prepared. Tell you what, this has turned out to be a cracking little camp.
Oh yeah. I'll definitely second that one.
We've got the retro style lantern up there. He's in his element over there, just feeding that fire pit. That's him at his happiest.
Oh yes.
He ain't even had a cup of tea yet.
I know.
Wipe the kettle on, lad.
I have been thinking about it, but you know what? I can't bother.
No?
Can't bother.
Do you want me to put the stove? Do you want me to put the kettle on the stove for you?
No, it's alright.
You sure?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yep, as I say, he's just literally feeding that fire like a baby. But yeah, I bet you're not cold, are you?
No.
Certainly tell the difference sitting round a fire pit. As you can see, that's where the chair is positioned. I'm sat between, excuse me, that'll be Stella. I'm sat between two stoves. Well, two fires. One's a stove, one's a fire pit. Excuse me again. Gassy Stella. But yeah, I'm going to get down to doing some cooking now, so. Gary! He's not having it. He will not shift. He's strong on his beliefs. Close to -3, me old pal.
What's that?
I says close to -3 degrees.
Oh, already?
Yeah. But I mean, you won't feel it, not by that inferno. Good lad. Now we're cooking. Hey? So we've got the onions, garlic, rosemary, thyme, and the beef all in the pot. Smells good, that. Can you smell that? No. If you come over here, it smells real good. Proper wholesome cooking. Give it a little. Oh, I've got to clean it yet again. Told you, look, still in his element. So we've got that stove going real good now, as you can see. All we need to do is just keep feeding it from the bottom. The heat from that now is working absolutely, it's pucker. So I'm going to start adding in more ingredients. Yes, browning off nicely. The smells and what do you call it? What's the word? Aromas. Did you say aromas?
Yep.
Yes, aromas. What's going on with the fire pit? It looks a bit like but anyway, that fire pit is not fire pit, that stove is going, it's like a furnace now. Would you believe it's below -4?
No.
You wouldn't, would you? Not with all this warmth going on. We'll certainly find out tonight when we're in the tent.
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, so right, the stew, we've now got to the point where we've got everything in the pot, puree, all the herbs, spices, the meat, you name it, and we just need to let that now just simmer for the next hour and a half before we add the vegetables, potatoes, dumplings, and you can bet your backside you're going to have a very yummy meal. Looking forward to this stew, buddy?
Oh yes.
Oh yes. I mean, that's about as much enthusiasm you're going to get in this camp. Am I right? Yep. There you go. Right. But yeah, I am sort of loving this little bit of a stove, although it just needs a lot of attention.
This is why the people in the olden days had a short life expectancy. It's going to sound really rude of me, but they had to wait a fortnight for dinner, so it didn't last very long.
Is this a dig at me?
It's not a dig.
Mate, it literally, shin of beef needs a good couple of hours of,
Oh, no, yeah. I'm not digging at you, I'm just saying.
hence the word stew.
If you did, this is why people in the olden days didn't live very long, because, you know, they'd be doing this every day.
When that's done, I'm hoping, have you noticed it says I'm hoping it's going to taste actually pucker.
The real question is, are you going to say it's not as good as you thought it was going to be? Or are you just going to say it's good?
If it tastes like crap, I will say, meh, tastes like crap. If it tastes good, I will say, you know what, I'm impressed with that. That turned out really nice.
If it's really, really good, all I'll be saying is you are the chef from here on in.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Yeah, don't get your hopes up. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, enough camera work. I'm back to go and chilling with my buddy in front of the fire pit. Peace out.
You allow wild camping, takes away money from campsites. Start to with landowners and fucking all that shit. Well, that's slightly because the landowners that profit from fucking campsites, but
How you going on with the old fire pit? Not good.
it is catching. Just gotta catch the dry bits.
Well, there's a slight chill in the air since it's gone out. I mean, it was going absolutely phenomenal until it went out.
Yeah, it's because we're on just wet wood, ain't it? So
Well,
just one of them.
can't help it. It's that time of year. Everything's
Yeah.
damp and sodden. But when it was going, it was amazing.
Oh yeah.
I was so warm. I mean, this is still going. It's still nice and hot. Could do with perking up a bit though. There you go. Ta-da! So, what time do you make it? It's about 9:30 now, isn't it? Sorry. I checked my phone, but I'm obviously using it to record. 9:45. 10. So, we are ready to actually get the vegetables in, potatoes, and then finally the dumplings.
Yeah.
But I do want it to get a bit hotter before we do that. Bit messy, I know. The carrots, but yeah, we're gonna get that on the heat. Give it 15 minutes and then we'll get the dumplings in, and then we are ready to have a meal. What are you saying, Ryan?
I cannot wait, mate.
The most enthusiastic I cannot wait ever. But yeah, it's a bit smoky around here now, all this like. So finally, after we constructed a DIY brick stove, we have a stew, or whatever Ryan would call it. Ryan, what would you call that?
Camping stew.
What do you say, a mess?
A camping stew.
You down for a bit of that?
Yeah, chuck some in there.
That's the best I've got, so if you want to go for it.
That's all, mate.
Don't hold back, just go for it.
Smells good either way.
I mean, I've put a lot of love and affection into that.
I'm going to enjoy every mouthful.
You know, like how you've spent most of the night savouring that fire pit, and it's been like a second marriage, and it's been really warm and cosy.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. You got enough there?
Yeah.
Are you sure? I tell you what, this guy is easily pleased. Imagine spending half the night cooking a nice stew. Well, I don't know if it's a nice stew. I'll have to ask Ryan. But not eating any myself because I crashed out like the idiot that I am. I didn't fall asleep like this. I've packed some of my stuff away, like my sleeping bag. Didn't even bother with the sleep pad. All the pillows I just got in the bag and idiot. Ooh, I just found my refreshers bar. I did one thing though, for certain. I made sure I put them on. Let's go and see Ryan.
I like the simple outdoor dinners. They do me fun.
Good morning.
Morning.
He don't mess around, does Ryan? Tent's gone already. He's got the kettle on for me, using the gas. That's something I don't normally do. And it turns out I did have some of the stew. I remember now. But I filled my face and then I passed out in the chair, didn't I?
Yeah.
That's right, yep. So yeah, I did have some of the stew. so it wasn't a fail. And there's still some left. On the old brick stove.
I think we need to do it half the height next time. So it's closer to the heat. So that's just my opinion.
You might be right there, you know. Yeah, Ryan was saying if we was to do another brick stove, do it a bit lower. Or, I'll tell you what might have been a good idea, if we'd have just removed those bricks off the top and put it on there, because you still got the gaps for the flame to escape.
Yeah.
And it would concentrate it a bit more. But again, it's the first time I've ever cooked on one of those.
There you go.
Right, brew's ready.
Yeah, I think it's Hips Hibernian Station, Hibernian Pub.
So we've had a brew or two. Brush the old teeth as you do. I'm going to break the tent down because Ryan's not quite like me. Ryan does like to get up and go, don't you, Ryan?
Not like get up and go, but I have got stuff to do today. So.
Well, you did say you wanted to be gone by 2,
Yeah.
but it's nowhere near that time. What time is it, mate?
Midday.
Midday.
It's 2 degrees currently.
Well, 2 degrees.
Yeah. It's according to the phone anyway.
Yeah, it's nearly that.
Yeah. Give or take a degree.
I had to wear my old hat again last night
Yeah?
but my head was so warm. I don't normally wear a woolly hat when I'm setting up.
You got a Four Seasons bag then?
Yeah, no, I'm on about when I was setting the tent up, and normally I wear my cap,
Yeah, yeah.
but because it was minus temperatures already, I thought, well, my ears are just going to freeze.
Yeah.
However, I know normally when I'm setting the tent up and everything else, because you're moving around now, when you've got a woolly hat on, you sweat.
Yeah. That's why I wore my cap yesterday, because it was like easier.
And then I put my warm hat on when I sit down, and then I normally put my down jacket on, and then obviously I'm layered up and warm. But I made the rookie error yesterday of leaving my warmest hat on. That's the one the kids got me for Christmas.
Yeah.
From Mountain Warehouse.
Yeah.
They also got me this cup.
Yeah, I saw on the videos, yeah. Didn't they get you 2?
No,
They
no,
only got 2 of them?
no.
Oh, no.
I'll take this one out.
Yeah. No, I mix it up with mine. I've got a black enamel and a white enamel cup.
Yeah. Tell you what I didn't do to make it official.
Oh, we didn't put the banner up.
Now we can say outside in. It'd make a good model, wouldn't it?
I feel like a prize fool.
Didn't you tell me you used to be a K's catalogue model?
Yeah.
You used to model footwear
Yeah.
for women.
Exactly.
I'll tell you what, I love
was
this
trying
guy.
to keep it a secret, but now it's out on the internet.
I mean, whatever floats my boat, if you want to, you know. I like it. And we've got off-road bikes in that direction. We've just watched them come along. There was 2, weren't there?
Yeah. Quad bike and a scrambler.
Right.
Perfect place for one.
I'll tell you what, you look good in that.
Sweet, man.
Right, thank you for that. So, as you can see, this is where I cleared a patch for my tent. I'm going to put that back to normal. You're taking that away. You've taken it.
Bugging me all day and all night.
Yeah, I was gonna do this as well. Now I've caught you do that on camera. So yeah, I was gonna say leave no trace, but we're not at that point in the video yet. What are you doing? That weren't in the script, mate. No.
It's been bugging me all day and all last night.
Yeah.
It's been bugging me.
That's somebody's
That's to that bag. That's the bag for a 4-dome Halford's tent. So that'll be the tent.
that'll be
peg
the
bag.
tent pegs. So So yeah, we've put that back to how it was, the best I can. We're all packed up. What I'm going to do is put the bricks back over somewhere over there. We've got the bag of rubbish and all the dirty pots, whatever. That pot of stew will go in there as well. Is that
That's a bag of rubbish.
another bag of rubbish?
Yeah.
And this little bit of constantly kicking it every time we go past. Look, I'm surprised I ain't fell over that in the night. People on mountain bikes. There's not as much cover here as there is in the summer, obviously, because all the leaves have gone, but you can actually see people walking along here. And I ain't done as much footage as I normally do, because Ryan, I do like to keep it more on a sort of more of a chilled cam, more of a, you know, I don't want to be shoving the camera in his face at everything we do, even if he wouldn't let me get that joke on camera. Yeah, it was really funny. Well, I thought it was.
I'll second that motion.
So walking back through the camp again, we've put all the bricks back. Now the bricks around here, as you've seen before, are all literally dotted around. It's an old brickworks. So these ones are covered in moss. But yeah, everywhere you look there are bricks. There's another part of the tent here, but we've got nowhere to put it. It's just
That'll be the ground sheet of this tent.
it's just too big. We ain't got the carrier bag for it.
That's nature will biodegrade that. Take it about 1 million years, but it'll do it.
It'll end up becoming oil again.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like someone's had a camp and gone, yeah, no, I don't want a tent, and just chucked it.
But yeah, as far as the eye can see, you've got bricks everywhere. Now I did say in the previous video, when I come back here again, it would be to do a hammock camp, but I just had this idea of just making a brick stove, using what we've got around us and utilising it. And I didn't know Ryan was going to bring his fire pit, so that was an added bonus, the warmth from that. And you said that's the best £10 you ever spent?
Best £10 I've ever spent.
And that was from Timu.
From Timu, yeah.
And his bomber jacket that I do like. Where'd you get that from?
Timu as well.
We got a Timu ambassador here by the look of it.
I think it was 20 something quid.
But yeah, some of the stuff that you bought from Timu, like the survival kit, your torch, that
yeah.
torch is unreal. It's like a helicopter, like flashlight, floodlight, whatever you call it, spotlight.
I've got it, but the fire was enough light last night.
Anyway, it's time to get out of here. As always,
Keep it real and leave no trace.
thank you. You didn't even rehearse them lines, did you?
No.
The way you're going to be in Coronation Street soon, I'll tell you.
Yeah. There's a homeless guy lives in a tent.
Who drinks in the Rovers? But tea.
Yeah. Always. Tea is the liquid of life.
And how long have I known you? And what did I go and do yesterday?
You made me coffee.
I thought I was going to get a punch in the face. I really did. And he looked at me, and it was like, "That. How long have you known me? How could you disrespect me like
I would have
that?"
drank it though. To be fair, if you hadn't drank it yourself, I'd have drank it out.
I had about 2 slurps of it, and then finished my tea, and then off we went. Do you want a brew when we get to ours?
Yeah. I've got time to have a brew. Yeah.
There's nobody home. They've all gone out.
Yeah.
We'll have a
I
brew.
don't mind if they're there, as long as it's more if they mind having me there.
Oh, if my missus didn't want somebody in the house, she'd let me know.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, as he said, took the words right out of my mouth. Leave no trace and keep it real. And we've got a bit more stuff than normal. Well, I've always got a lot of stuff. So I'm going to get the final bit packed up and I'm out of here. So, it's been good having you along. I've enjoyed having a cracking camp with Ryan. And I'll see you on the next one. Please like, subscribe, and you can always buy the idiot a coffee. I love it.
Peace.
I love it. You should be in more videos. Anyway, thanks for having you along and keep it real.